Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our latest virtual assembly. We are so excited about the start of the summer term, which is now just around the corner. And I hope that you've had a brilliant Easter break with your families and that you're looking forward to the return to school. We are really looking forward to what we hope will be an extraordinary summer term for all of us in our King Henry School community. And we've done this assembly just before the return to school. We're sending it home to your families over the weekend, but you'll also get the opportunity to watch this in our extended form time during period 1 on Monday when we return as well. I'm delighted that in our assembly today we are being joined by both of our deputy head teachers here at King Henry School, Miss Gibbs, that all of you know, of course, and a big King Henry welcome to Mrs. Ribbans-Opara, who's our new deputy head teacher, and both Miss Gibbs and Mrs. Ribbans-Opara will be talking to you during the course of this virtual assembly too. So I'm going to share my screen, everyone, as usual, and hopefully you will now see it appearing on your screens. So as ever, there's a picture at the start of my assemblies, and this one is a very familiar person. It's Lewis Hamilton, one of the greatest sportsmen in British history, an incredible Formula One driver with huge amounts of success. And you'll know Lewis Hamilton, of course, and he's done loads of quotes that are really inspirational over the years, but this is one that I particularly enjoy. I don't aspire to be like other drivers. I aspire to be unique in my own way. And that's a quote that I'm going to come back to at the end of the assembly today, because I think there's lots in that quote for us to reflect upon as members here at King Henry School too. But the other thing about Formula One racing that I didn't know before was that the cars that are used on each race never get driven twice. So the same car never races twice. And that's because the relentless pace of improvement and the fact that all of the different courses are so different mean that all of the different racing teams have to rebuild the cars between each and every race. And therefore, every race that Formula One drivers drive in is in a brand new car. It is a fresh start at the beginning of every race. And it's a bit like us when we go back to school. And as we go into this summer term, after the Easter break, and after all of the disruption of COVID-19 and lockdowns, it is again another fresh start. It is another new opportunity for each of us individually and as a community to run a new race for the summer term. So I'm interested, as we prepare for the return to school, as we get back into the swing of school, about what your race is going to look like over the next 8 weeks or so, and also what your aspirations are, what you hope your destination will be. Some key messages as we return to school. Key Stage 3 students, so those of you in years 7, 8 and 9, will remain taught in form groups. That's in line with COVID-19 advice and is the case in many schools up and down the country. However, classes will return to specialist teaching areas. So if you've got science on your timetable, you'll be roomed in the science department. If you've got history, you'll be up in humanities in the York block, for example. But you will be taught in your form groups, but you'll go back to being taught throughout the school. And that's to make sure that your lessons are as powerful as possible and that your teachers can teach in their usual teaching areas. A reminder for Key Stage 3 students that both Avenue Road gates are open at the end of the day for Key Stage 3 dismissal. And you can see on the map on the slide there, both of the gates that are open at the end of the day for students in years 7, 8 and 9. And the reason for having both of those gates open is to try and reduce congestion throughout the school at the end of the day. And it means that students who are finishing with your final lesson in Windsor or in Stuart, so in maths or MFL or science, that you really can leave straight away through the closest exit, which is that 2nd Avenue Road gate around the back of the new hall. A reminder that there are now 32 hand sanitizing points throughout the school, including another couple by student reception for you to use when you arrive in the mornings. All of those hand sanitizers are on the inside of doors from play areas and playgrounds, so you can use them every time you're transitioning throughout the buildings. A few more reminders, we've launched our talk@kinghenry.org.uk email address. This email address will be monitored during the school day, Monday to Friday, by members of our safeguarding team. And the reason we've launched that email address is because we know that sometimes it can be difficult to talk about any concerns or issues or challenges that you're facing face to face. And actually, sometimes it's easier to reach out through your email account to one member of our safeguarding team. So in addition to your form tutors and your heads of houses and your house student service managers, we also now have this talk@kinghenry.org.uk email address, and you can use that at any point if you have any concerns about your well-being whatsoever. Face masks should continue to be worn inside the buildings unless you are medically exempt. If you are exempt and that's been authorised, you should have your lanyard. It's a yellow lanyard that you should be wearing throughout the buildings. And that's just to make sure that people don't continuously question you or ask you about face masks, etc. If you are medically exempt and you've lost your lanyard, you can collect another one from our medical office. And finally, we continue to use our King Henry School expectations of ready, respectful and safe. We use those in all subjects across all parts of the school, and it's really easy to remember because we use this common language. We're ready, we're respectful, and we are safe. And a reminder that if you are out of class at any point, you must have a note in your planner and your planner in your hands. So that's just a reminder as we come back into the start of school. And finally, we continue to be a truly extraordinary school with exciting plans for the future. I probably use the word extraordinary dozens of times a day. I know that some of you use it back to me, but some of you I know sometimes roll your eyes. Actually, but it's really important that we continue to talk about this vision of being an extraordinary school, and that we continue to let you know about our exciting plans to ensure that we are an extraordinary school going forwards. And one of the things that was really exciting towards the end of last half term that you may have seen announced is that we have just signed an agreement with Chelsea Football Club to run our football academy in our sixth form. That we've secured a Premier League football team to be associated with our school is phenomenal. And it will be our sixth form football academy that will be under direct coaching and supervision of the Chelsea coaches, but also there'll be opportunities for students in all year groups in the school through the football enrichment clubs to have a taste of what it's like to be coached by Chelsea coaches and to be involved with Chelsea Football Club. So a really exciting development at school, and I say that even as a West Ham fan, but blue is now the colour at King Henry School. So we welcome Chelsea on board as well, an extraordinary partnership. But it's not just the football partnership that's extraordinary. When we talk about being extraordinary, a reminder that we talk about not being the best at everything. No one can be the best at everything. Being extraordinary is about being the best version of you in every situation. We also, as a school, use it as an opportunity to reflect on our curriculum, what we teach and what we offer within the school. And some of you will know that we have introduced engineering into Year 10 for those of you who have been taking Year 9 options. In sixth form, we've introduced a number of new subjects, including criminology. And in Year 7 and 8 next year, students will have timetabled lessons for outdoor education, learning bushcraft skills, how to put up a tent, how to survive in the outdoors. Really exciting developments that make us different from other schools up and down the road. It's something that makes us unique, something that makes us extraordinary. We also talk about being extraordinary in terms of us as individuals within the community, about celebrating our diversity, about having the confidence to be ourselves, to have our character and personalities on display. We are a school full of incredible people, staff and students, and actually we welcome that, and we want you to be able to express yourselves within our school and to have the confidence to be your authentic self. We also talk about being extraordinary in terms of being a family. Whilst there's 1,600 of us in the school day to day, and that's a huge number of people, actually we're united by this identity of being part of the King Henry community. But you also have your house as well. And the house system that we introduced back in September was about giving you a smaller, close-knit family within the wider community too. But it's that sense of looking out for each other and looking after each other that makes us different from schools elsewhere. And there's a graphic on the slide now that just illustrates visually some of those extraordinary things that have been done already, despite the challenges and disruption of COVID. So the house system that's been introduced, as I say, things like engineering and outdoor education have been introduced to the curriculum, the garden project, the inclusivity pledge, the Motum and pastoral centre, the student leadership that's been set up this year, all fantastic initiatives that will in time contribute to making us a truly extraordinary school. I'm going to hand over now to Miss Gibbs, who's going to go through some reminders around COVID-19. Miss Gibbs.
Thank you, and a very big welcome back to you all. I really look forward to the term ahead. It truly is extraordinary what we've managed to accomplish, even in the challenging time so far. So I can only imagine what we can achieve moving forward, and I'm really excited about that. Just a few key reminders from me. First of all, we will maintain the staggered start and finish times as part of our KHS care strategy. We ask and encourage everybody to wear face masks whilst in the school building, and bring your own face mask, and where possible bring a spare too in case one gets damaged or lost during the school day. Please use those hand sanitizer points. Hands, space regularly, cleaning and hand sanitizing your hands. We will maintain split lunch and the grab and go service from the canteen to avoid congestion in the canteen. You will continue to be in your form groups, but as Mr. Leitch said, you will be returning to the specialist classes. We will maintain virtual assemblies such as this one throughout the term, although we very much look forward to when we can have everybody back together in the main hall and the new hall to foster that sense of community. Where you have PE on a day, you may wear your PE kit, but please ensure that it is your King Henry PE kit. You all look incredibly smart in your PE kit, so we look forward to seeing you in those. And also remember please to complete your home testing kits. So the first one should be on a Sunday evening or Monday morning before you return to school, and the second one each week on a Wednesday evening or Thursday morning in readiness for the midweek as well. All results for that should be reported by the Arbor app, and a positive result is 2 lines, not 1 line but 2 lines, and it's really important that we get that information as soon as possible so that we can complete track and trace and minimise any spread in the community. Secondly, we are very fortunate that we haven't had any real fire alarms for quite some time now, but just a reminder that if you do hear the bell, which is the long continuous bell sound, that you must remain calm, follow your teacher's instructions, leave your classrooms in a sensible manner and make your way to the AstroTurf. And on the screen there you can see just a reminder of where you must be situated. When you reach the AstroTurf, please stand in front of the sign, which is for your form, in alphabetical order and in silence please. The silence is really important so you can hear any key messages from Mr. Leitch and the leadership team, enabling us to return safely to learning as soon as possible. I'm now going to pass to Mrs. Ribbans-Opara for her to introduce herself and the next part of the assembly. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Gibbs, for that introduction. My name is Mrs. Ribbans-Opara. Some of you I've met already. You might have seen me around school already, but I am so excited to be part of this truly extraordinary school. I have been a teacher for about 14 years, and I love working with young people. It is the best thing that I've done with my life, and I'm really looking forward to meeting all of you. You will see me around. Please say hello. Please stop and talk to me, ask me questions. It'll be really good to be welcomed in that way. Another job that I've got today is to introduce or to announce the house points. You'll see them on the screen there, but I want to say something about the house points, which is that it's still all to play for. So Stuart House is on 32,583. Well done, Stuart House. That's a lot of points amassed. So well done to everybody who's contributed to that. York House is just a little bit ahead with 32,766. Lancaster 33,065. So well done, these houses. But top two, Windsor with 41,139 points, and Hanover, who've been top of the for a while, but it's still all to play for. Fresh race in the summer, 45,044 points. So well done to every single person that's been responsible for those points going onto the board, and looking forward to perhaps some changes in the summer term. Again, please remember, stop me, say hello, ask me questions. I love talking to each and every one of you, and I cannot wait to see you all on Monday. Back to Mr. Leitch.
Thank you very much to Miss Gibbs, and a big welcome once again to Mrs. Ribbans-Opara as well. We have a fantastic group of staff throughout the school, staff members who deeply care about making our school extraordinary for each and every single one of you. And as we finish the assembly today, I'm going to reflect on that quote from Lewis Hamilton that we saw right at the start of this presentation. I don't aspire to be like other drivers, I aspire to be unique in my own way. We've talked again today about being extraordinary. Being extraordinary is about having the confidence, the courage to be yourselves, not to try and fit in, not to try and follow the mold, not to try and be like your friends or others, but actually to make your own choices, to be your own person, to have the confidence to be the authentic, the real you, because that's what makes us as individuals extraordinary. There is only one of you, and we want you to bring that to our school, to our community, so that we are that extraordinary, unique community that we're very proud of. So we cannot wait to see you back on Monday. I hope you have a lovely weekend, and I hope that if you're listening to this in your first period on Monday, that it is a really good first day back in school as well. We look forward to seeing you out and about in the corridors, on the playgrounds, and of course in your lessons too, as we start the race again and have an extraordinary summer term at King Henry School. Take care, everyone. Thank you very much.